Pandas, pandas, pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing amazing. We're about to get started here. We're gonna be opening really low. We've had lots of overnight price action. Pandas, how's everyone? I hope everyone's an amazing weekend. I'm Bob Money. Thanks for joining. Ben, Ben, Bennis. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Drop those GMs in the chat. Thanks for joining. We had a 4 day week, or was it 4 day? I guess I had a 4 day weekend from streaming. I kind of forgot that Monday was a holiday, and we're back live on Tuesday. Here we go. We have a short week, but because of that, I think I may just stream until Friday because I want to get some. I want to make some bamboo. You know what I mean? And too many days without trading. Whoa. Okay. We are starting like we opened 436 points away from where we closed on Friday. We did have a holiday yesterday, and we opened like way lower. But if history repeats itself, we can fill this gap. We can fill this gap. Like, no problem filling this gap. Okay. It was a while back, but there's a major pivot here on the daily chart. I have it actually on my chart, but it's hard to tell it's a major pivot because you don't have any other price action before it. All right, let's see a couple candles here. We're gonna make a beeline back up to the previous week's close, or is this going to be a start of a nice strong downtrend? Let's see. Pandas, drop those GMs in chat. Hope that everyone had an amazing weekend. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. It is Tuesday, and we have a shortened week of trading, and let's make the most of it, yeah, Pandas? Right now, we are up $1,141. I took like 2 trades on Friday. I went short here, scalped out. Went short here, scalped out again. So I just made quick 2 trades. I didn't stream on Friday, but I was trading, and I never take my trade markers off. You can always see my trade markers. You see all my trades. Take a screenshot, pause the screen if you want to see all my trades. Here they are. Ba bam, ba boom, ba bam, boom. Look at this. This is like crazy. Well, it's all there. Every single trade of mine. We're at $1,141, and we did it with micros, Pandas. We did it with micros. Shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. We're up 1K using micros. It did take us 2 weeks to get there. It took us 2 weeks to get to $1,000 with micros. But to be honest, for how little risk of ruin we had, the chance of risk of ruin, the chance is so small that is actually kind of amazing. I think the risk of ruin trading micros is so small that if I'm up $1,000, that's really, I think it's incredible. I think it's absolutely incredible. In fact, I would like to keep up this pace if I could. I'd like to keep up this pace if I could. Drop those GMs in the chat. Okay. Okay. If this is a super strong bull bar and we get one follow through bar after it, I may start scaling in to just try to get back to fill this gap, and it could be that price action today. It could just be that easy today. It may not come all the way up, but I mean, I've seen these gaps fill. I've seen these huge gaps fill plenty of times. Plenty of times. Um, we have some news this week. I think our biggest news is on Thursday at 10 a.m. Core PC price index. You have like GDP numbers, could be important. I think what's more important is core PCE because they're trying to find interest rates. Wow, strong bull ending that's high, but it means nothing without follow through. And to be honest, you have 50-50 chance that the market reverses in the morning. 50-50, that's how high the chances are. I can't tell you times I was burned last year because we had like a super strong bull bar and it had no follow through, but I just bought it thinking it would have some sort of follow through. But I've seen them reverse very hard, such as this one right now already. Wild, good morning. Dang, he starts with a banger question. Do you still support Trump? Um, what is there not to support about him? I think he does a lot of wacky stuff. Like he's very like gung ho about making putting his name on things. Like he's really gung ho putting his name on things, like the Kennedy Center and what else? Like he's just really fond of like aesthetically changing things for his namesake. He's like renovating the White House. He's what else? I don't know. I don't know. He's doing other things. He's making like the Trump Day arc in DC. So he's kind of doing a lot of things like crazy vanity. First vacation of 2026 is Greenland, just like the movie. Um, I did watch that movie over the weekend, by the way. I watched Greenland 2. A friend wanted to watch it. I didn't even know about Greenland 1, so I had to quickly watch Greenland 1, then watch Greenland 2. Anyways, maybe it's the future of America right there. Um, Sherman, good morning. Day Trader, good morning. Luis, good morning. VJ Stu, good morning. Like, I'm trying to be objective as possible when it comes to Trump. When it comes to his policies, I'm not going to lie, I love ICE. I love what they're doing. I think it was necessary, and it's just gotten so bad that now we have to go to extreme measures to basically clean up the streets. Now, that goes without saying. I'm sure, just like anyone else, ICE is made of humans, and they probably do some stuff that's not very tasteful. But if they're doing their job, I 100% will be on their back if they get attacked. 100% will be supporting them if they attack back. I just, there was like a thing about a shooting with some like agitator got shot, some liberal agitator got shot and died, and you know, when like the footage got released, it showed that she tried to like basically run the police officer over, or the ICE officer, and I just I I don't see. I just 100% felt like it's just to me it's just common sense that that's gonna happen. If you're trying to run over a federal officer, you're gonna get shot. Like it's not a question. And the fact that they don't realize that the government has so much power The crazy thing is that liberals want the government to have as much power as possible, right? So they have the power to spread the wealth to everyone, whatever. They want a socialist regime. They want the government to have. They want big government. Essentially, that's a democratic. That's what the Democrats want. I'm not saying the Republicans are really good at making the government small either, but at least that's their platform. But when the government steps in and does stuff, then they have a huge issue with it. So I just feel like they're just they're just liberals are very confused. Democrats are very confused at what they're supporting. I just it's just crazy. I'm not a strong like my in my life. I don't really like to I guess have ad hominem attacks. Ad hominem attacks are just the lowest form of attack, in my opinion. Ad hominem, like like you basically are, you know, your whole argument is based on like the person.
Five
Ad hominem,
minute trap.
like you attack the person. So like if your whole reason why you don't like what the government's doing is because of Trump, or just because Trump said it, that to me is just like I don't know, it's not legitimate. It's just not a legitimate argument for whatever reason. You can't just hate someone because a person did, especially when it comes to something administrative and logistical as government. So, do I like the things he's doing in terms of trying to bring like prices down and such things? Like, he makes all these promises. Um, I think, to be honest, the thing I don't like is that we are spending so much money still. I don't know the solution to it, but we're spending so much government money, like taxpayer money, on whatever government programs, and I just feel like there was a broken promise there, and I understand why. Like if the Republicans have this much control over the government, like in terms of the House, Senate, whatever, then they have to like strike when the iron's hot and get their policies in place. And if they cost them like tons of money, then I guess that's what it has to be. I understand the situation. It's just I just don't see much being done to remediate it. National debt is a huge issue, and I don't know. I don't know. I think it's very confusing, even for me, to be honest. If I think Trump is doing a good job, he's like doing good jobs in certain things and some weird things and other things and some promises. I feel like at the end, it's just like it's his last term, so it's like he can kind of just do whatever he wants. He doesn't care about re-election, and I don't know. Do I still support Trump? At the end, for now, yes. Yeah, for now, yes. For now, yes, but it's more of a like a hesitant yes, just because I want to see more things like I want to see more evidence of him fulfilling his promises. Mostly, mainly like inflation and things that impact my pocket right now. Like those things are probably the biggest things. Inflation and house prices. These two things are just berserk right now. Just going berserk. So, and I feel like it's just signs of an unhealthy economy. It's a yes, but hesitant. Okay. So we were making a range, big up, big down, right? No follow through on this big bull bar. That's why you wait for it. And now we basically hit almost the open. We didn't quite get there actually. We kind of went away from it before we can get there. Again, most days have tails. So is this gonna be the low of the day? Probably not. It's gonna be the low of the day. Probably not. There was a time where I was like, "This is most likely not gonna be the low of the day," and it ended up being the low of the day. This day right here. I was like, most days have tails, and I saw this. I was like, well, most days have tails. 50-50 chances reverses. I don't know if this is gonna be if this is the low day. It ended up being a low day, which is very rare, very rare. You know, you get like one out of every like 20 days maybe that's like this. Um, so you get these days with like no tails or wicks, and you virtually have no tail right now on this bar. So you know, most likely this will break the low here and create some price action down here, and maybe go up, go back up, whatever. And you could the same goes with this is probably not the high of the day. So I don't know. I'm just like I'm not super eager to just go long here because if it is starting to turn to a trading range, then the range seems very clear. Looks like the range of maybe the first two bars is going to be the range for the immediate future at least. Like to me, I don't really care about Trump and his vanity, like the vain stuff he does, such as like, um, you know, making a Trump Day arc, whatever. Every president does, you know, can do stuff like that. Uh, you know, changing the Kennedy Center, I don't know, it's weird, but whatever. Like for instance, he's gonna want to lower interest rates. Trump. Is that the best thing for our economy right now? The question is actually I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Like I don't know what slandering my good name. Um, yeah, BJ Stu, why did your name change? I like Bub Stocks too. That was a cool name. It sounded chill. What made you go from using tick charts to using time charts? So, time charts because they are the same, more or less, on the minis and on the micros. There's not much deviation from time charts. Tick charts, and the reason why I do that is because I'm trading micros. So I want to trade the same price action as the minis. I don't want to trade the micros price action. I want to trade the minis price action. Is there a difference? Probably not. Probably not. When it comes to in terms of price action, but I like to like if I want to make the transition back to minis, I want it to be a smooth transition. I want it to be seamless. I don't want it to be like, oh, this feels different because it's a mini. Now it's the minis, and the price action feels a little different. I don't want to be like that, and so I want to stay consistent on the instrument I'm trading, which is the minis. And if you trade micros, tick charts on the micros, you're getting completely different chart than the tick chart on minis because they're different instruments. So the 1,000 tick chart on the micros and the 1,000 tick chart on the minis are completely different. It's because they're based on transactions. So 1,000 transactions on the minis is different. It's going to be different than 1,000 transactions on the micros. So this is why I'm trading the time charts uh, because I like the trade, the price action on the minis. BJ asks, how do I change it? Why did it change in the first place? If you go to your channel and go to like custom, whatever, customize, you can change it. There's like, they give you like a couple chances to change your name, like per week or something. I don't know, something like that. All right, so we got this big up, big down, big up, and we're still within the range of the first two bars. In fact, we're in the range of the first bar. Do I want to buy down here? Uh, we could. There's a chance. I'd rather buy here and scale in because if this breaks out, most likely it's a fail breakout. Most likely. We don't have news today, so. Most likely fail breakout if it hits the bottom of this, but we only got 4 bars. I would like 5 bars of trading range price action to really say this is trading range. I like by the time we get 5 bars, I feel like we can like be pretty confident it's a trading range, starting to turn to a trading range. Like 5 bars completely overlapping. That's pretty choppy. On a smaller time frame, such as the 1 minute chart, it's just a triangle. When I say triangle, it means breakout mode. That means this has a chance to break out, but I feel like the breakout's gonna fail. Probably reverse. Why do I feel that way? Because that's most likely what is gonna happen. That's just what most likely happens, typically. It's very rare for something to break out and it just breaks out. It just breaks out without any failures. It just breaks out. That's more rare. It's more uncommon. This could be a bear triangle, bear flag, bear pennant, whatever. All right, green, red, right, bull, bear, bull, bear. What are we gonna have here? I'm gonna say bull. I don't think it worked. I need to give it some time or refresh or I don't know. Okay. Last week's low right here. You could easily try to, test this before reversing. Should I scale in? Just got 3 minutes on this candle. The only problem is if I scale in, I feel like it can come all the way up to this magnet and really make me have to scale in further than I would like. I'll just take the scalp. We'll just scalp in and out here. It's a buy low, sell high scalp situation. So I'm not gonna try to get much more money than this because we got to take advantage of the fact that most likely people are scalping here with limit orders above and below. So we want to join the party and scalp with them. I'm simply going short at the previous pivot high, like the highest pivot we had, and I'm going to just scalp out. Scalp for me is 25 points. And so, like, if my stop loss gets hit, that means the market's trying to make more than the scalp of a breakout, which means it could potentially turn to a swing trade, which means I want to get out if this scalp doesn't work. To me, this seems like the most likely thing that's going to happen. We're just going to keep alternating here. Bull bar, bear bar, bull bar, bear bar, bull bar. I could be wrong. I mean, this could start making a beeline. This can break out and make a beeline, fill the gap. Easily can do that. Not easily, but it can do that. It's not. I'm ready for it. If it does, I'll just take the small hit and we'll just move on next trade. But to me, this feels like the most likely thing. It's just the market's confused. I risk a scalp to make a scalp. The question is this trade altogether, is it
target filled?
Easy peasy. The question is this trade is this trade more than a 50% chance to happen. Right? If it's more than 50% chance, then this is a positive EV trade because we made a 1-to-1. You know what I mean, Pandas? If it's 50-50, then the EV is zero. It's neutral. It's a push. But if we take this trade like 100 out of 100 times, how many times would it win? Would it win 50% of the times? 50 times out of 100? If it's ever less than 50, then this trade is a negative EV trade and I should not be taking it. The chances of a breakout failing is 80% chance it'll fail. So you have about 80% chance to make this trade. So I think it's positive EV. Good morning, Paz. Even if it's like a 60% chance, like, you know, it is what it is. You just scalp out, move on, next trade. I'll be more hesitant to have taken this if those two bull bars in a row, but still, it's just, look at that. Failed breakout. Like I said, most likely what's going to happen is going to fail. The breakout. Maybe after like the third attempt to break out, I'll stop. Like if it comes down and comes back up again, I maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not try that again. But we made our 50. We made our 50 bamboos. You know, it's not too shabby, right? With micros, making $50 with micros. Yeah, it's not too shabby, right? It's $1,000. We made $1,000 today because we multiplied by 20. Albert, good morning. Welcome everybody. Drop those GMs in chat. Pandas, we are on a journey to $1 million. I shouldn't even call it a challenge because journey means that we will get there. It's just a matter of time. Challenge is like, can we do it? Can we not? No, no. It's a journey. It's a journey that we're gonna get there, and no matter how long it takes, we will get there one day. And my plan, Pandas, it's interesting. I mentioned that I want to take this slow. Part of the reason why I took a break on Fridays because I'm thinking of long-term sustainability. And over the years, I've learned I've never taken a 1 day break in the week, and I always burn out. There is a certain time in my trading at the end of the year, I just trade very poorly, and by the time I realize it, it's kind of like I've lost a lot of money already, a lot of opportunities, and to me, it's like if I just had more mental capital, if I wasn't as burnt out, at the end of the year, I would just be doing fine. So instead of just, yeah. So that means that I feel like I need to mitigate or prevent that from happening in the first place. So I'm trying to take a break 1 day a week. Since this day is a short week, I'll probably stream until Friday. I'm planning to stream until Friday, and but the journey is this: take a break Saturday and Sunday. No, those days are for studying. Oh man. Uh, I I mentioned that I want to be like a train this year. We start slow, we chug, chugga, 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 and then by the time we reach that like 50 to 60 miles per hour, we'll be unstoppable. We'll be unstoppable. And I've come up with a plan that I feel like will help us achieve that. And the reason why I want to be like a train is because I don't want to have a high risk of ruin. So I'm trading one micro right now, Pandas. We're trading one micro. Like the risk of ruin trading one micro, it's there, but it's very small. And especially, I feel like I'm confident enough to say that with one micro, I have virtually zero chance of busting my accounts. Now, with that being said, there can always be a day I lose my mind, which again is part of the reason why I want to trade only 4 days a week, so I don't come across that day where I'm like, I gotta, do certain things because I'm either bored or tilted or whatever. I don't want to be in that situation. So, we are trading slow, and even we're trading one micro, I will eventually start scaling up. But my first scale up it will take a while for me to get there. And what I mean by scale up is I'm gonna start trading 2 micros instead. It might not seem like a lot, but from the jump to 1 to 2 is a very big jump. You're literally doubling the amount of risk you have. You're also doubling the amount of profit you can make. But uh, with 2 micros, believe it or not, my chances of ruin are are much higher. The fact that there is actual chance of ruin if I trade for 2 micros right now is you know I've gone through all the numbers. I spent a lot of time. That's kind of what I was doing the last couple. Whoa, whoa, oh! My chart just stopped. What's going on? Okay, that was weird. That was weird. That was weird. I don't have monthly fees. These are lifetime PA accounts. Um, it that was a little bit weird. I'm not sure what's happening. But I will say, oh, was there news at 10 a.m.? Okay, I guess it didn't do much. I mean, it did do something, but maybe that caused that little push to the downside. I mean, it was like right here, but as you can see, we're still alternating, right? Bull bar, bear bar, bull bar, bear bar, bull bar, bear bar, and what? Bull bar maybe? I don't know. We're in the upper part of this range right now. But like I said, once we get our momentum going, we'll be unstoppable eventually. But from jump from 1 to 2, it's gonna take some time. My prediction is it's gonna take us about 5 months to get there. When I jump from 1 to 2, the plan is to jump from 1 to 2 when I have $6,000 in profits, and we're at $1,000, so we're getting closer. We're not quite there, but we're definitely making progress. So once I make $6,000, I want to jump to 2 contracts, because if I have virtually zero risk of ruin, 1 contract with my $3,000 margins right now, right? That's how much threshold you have. You have $3,000 of trailing threshold when it comes to 100K accounts. If I have virtually zero chance of risk of ruin with 1 contract, and I have essentially $3,000 to work with, then it only makes sense that I will have virtually zero risk of ruin when I have $6,000 of margin. So that's my reasoning why I want to wait till 6,000 until I scale up to 2 contracts. But Pandas, when we start to scale to 2 contracts, it's gonna move fast. Lifetime PA, yeah, that's Apex. You get lifetime PAs. You don't pay fees anymore. That's the whole promo right now. The promo right now is I think 80% off, but once you pass, you don't. You have a very cheap lifetime fee. That was the main part of this promo. It was a cheap PA. Whoa, we're still getting some weird price action. Very stuttery. Very stuttery here. But I'm telling you, once 5 months hits, and we move to 2 contracts, things are gonna move very quickly from there, to the point where it might, from 5 months to 5 to 7 month range, it's gonna move so quickly that we might actually make $1 million within 7 months. We can make $1 million with 7 months if we start with 1 contract right now. We start to scale up after every $3,000. If we keep adding 1 contract every $3,000, we can hit $1 million within 7 months, Pandas, if we can stay on track. If we can stay on track. And I think within the year it is possible. We are still aiming for $1 million. And I think it's very possible. It will take around 7 months, though. Seven. I mean, let's just say within the year. We'll just say within the year we can hit 1 million. Even though I'm trading so slow, and that you guys are saying, "Oh man, Panda only made $1,000 in, 2 weeks." Trading micros. Don't forget, we're trading micros here. So the risk, you might think it's very little, but it's actually a lot when your risk of ruin is virtually zero. It's like if you think about it, it's a lot. We made $20,000 in 1 month. In 2 weeks, sorry, we made $20,000, more than $20,000 in 2 weeks, right? We made more than $20,000 in 2 weeks. Tell me what job that you're, and like I said, the risk of ruin is very small. So we made 20K in 2 weeks. Keep that up, we'll be doing fine, Pandas. We'll be doing absolutely fine. That's the plan. Sorry, Mrs. Panda brought some panda treats. Homemade sourdough loaf with a light spread of butter, some scrambled eggs, and blueberries. We are in like a blueberry craze right now, just because I think they're in season, and Baby Panda loves those blueberries. Goodness gracious. Coming to the bottom trading range. Bottom of the trading range, but the issue is now we're breaking out. Hmm. Right, multiple bear bars in a row now. I don't know. I'm gonna set my pause. I'm not sure this is gonna be the actual breakout, but now we're closing beneath the previous bar's low, which is something we really haven't seen. We've gotten below previous bars, but we haven't closed yet beneath the previous bar's low. As you can see, right? We haven't closed yet. Am I still on the key? No, I'm not. I just said I mean sourdough. Nothing to keep. Blueberries are actually. I think you can get away with blueberries on keto, but no. I eat a bunch of sourdough. Are you on keto? Like no, no. I just said I was eating sourdough. No, it's very opposite of keto. Emod retracted his message. I saw it though. I appreciate it. Thank you. Emod, you can't hide from me. I saw what you wrote. I appreciate it. In fact, it's still on the screen. That's the thing. If you delete the message on the chat, it doesn't delete it actually from the screen. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, it just says, really happy for you, Panda. I can really feel a difference. Feel a different positive, more positive energy in your stream. Micro suits you. I appreciate it. We could not close beneath the previous candle's low, which is cause of concern for the bears. Bulls take it as an opportunity to perhaps buy, come back up. The reason why I'm not buying or selling here is because if this is a trading range, the trading range indicator is giving us a trading range. I don't need these lines anymore. You can see the trading range indicator. Um, it we're pretty much in the middle of it, right? Like I want to be on the extreme ends of this if I want to trade the trading range here. Only problem is with this one is this could have potential to break out now. The reason why I'm saying this is because we actually haven't been down here in a while. I want to see maybe a bull bar coming off the bottom of this, and also we got multiple bear bars in a row. I want to see a bull bar coming off of the low here. And if we break through it, I want to see if it's a strong bull bar. I may buy back into it because look at how many bars we had in trading range. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars basically. We'll see this bar, but potentially 9 bars, all within the range of the first bar of the 5 minute. We are like very confused right now. Why did he delete it? That's a question. He's like, never mind, take that back. I hate this guy. I take it back. Go back to minis. Ah. Why the change of heart? No clue. You can ask him. Ah, oh, golly. I'm happy with this one scalp today, even if we don't do anything else. Just cause, look at the market. Unless I try to like reverse every single candle, which I'm not really keen on doing. Al Brooks is probably here destroying this though. I hate the sound of chewing and like slobbering. I hate that sound. I don't mind the sound of like slurping, like noodles and stuff, but when it comes to like chewing, that chewing sound, ah man, that is just painful. That is really painful. I don't know what it is. Something about it. So like so triggering. Um Look, if we break beneath this low and close beneath it and have a folder bar, potentially just a strong breakdown, right? Then we can maybe start going short. Right now, we're in like no man's land. We're in the no trade zone, in my opinion. Market's deciding what it wants to do, and you don't want to get caught up in that when the market's trying to decide what to do. Could these people even scalp out if they bought the low here? Yes, they had a 25-point scalp. If they just bought the previous candle's low. Like, you can take advantage of the fact that we have not yet closed. Jeez. Like, we have not yet closed beneath a previous candle's low nor a previous candle's high. No candle has closed above a previous candle's high either. We basically have been closing within the previous candle's range for the last 10 candles, 9 candles. Closing. We've gone outside of the previous candle's ranges. We have not yet closed outside of it. Like, imagine if you're a bear and you want a sign that says, okay, this is very bearish. You want to see a close, strong close, that goes beyond the previous candle's range. Don't feel confident yet. Right now, it's very 50-50 in my opinion. Maybe slightly more chance to go lower because we have this big gap here, and typically these big gaps will have follow through. Imagine if this was like a flag, or you had price action that had like a huge bear bar here, and started to consolidate. Most likely, a little more chance to go down more. You literally have a panda chewing sound, but that sound is very like satisfying. It's crunchy. It's not slobbery. Like, like that makes you want to eat some bamboo. It's crisp and clean. It's not like it's not that sound. Oh, just doing it myself, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I just hate the sound. I don't know. What could I say? We got an OI pattern here. It breaks the low of the previous candle's low, right? Triggering the OI pattern trade, the inside bar trade. But it comes right back up. Very disappointing. Right? That means limit orders were just waiting, at the previous candle's low. They bought limit orders and they scalped out already. I think I'm good enough not to lose money here. I'm not sure if I'm good enough to make money here. You know what I mean, Panis? I'm not there yet. I'm not good enough to make money here. I'm just always scared it's gonna break out. Always scared it's gonna at least come back to the bottom of the trading range. Like it hits the bottom, the top, and the bottom again. Jeez, this is scalping heaven. You buy here, you scalp here, you sell here, you scalped here. You just made $100 back and forth with micros. Oh yeah, another thing with the micros is that these candles are huge. So even though we're trading micros, we're still making like 50 some bucks on one scalp, and that's a scalp. This could be the first candle we close outside of the previous candle's range. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Pandas, scalp that like button. Drop those GMs in the chat if you haven't already. I'd love to see your names on the chat. Pandas, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone has a good start to their trading journey. I mean, already within the last 2 weeks, first 2 weeks of trading, I've had like two negative $300 days. Pretty terrible. I had like a 500 plus day in there. Like one thing I really want to work on is basically I want my winning days to be bigger than my losing days. In my trading career, basically my losing days have always been bigger than my red day, my green days. My losing days, like my big losing days, like I want my biggest losing day to be half the size of my biggest winning day. Like at the max, Okay, we get our first close beneath the previous candle's low and also beneath the pivot low. Strong bear close actually here. First one we've seen. We're near the bottom of a trading range though. People want to take an opportunity to scalp here. I want to see if the bears gonna have some follow through. I want one more bear bar here, and we need to close beneath this low. To be honest, we're still in the trading range, and people are just buying here. Limit order still, like they just buy the low here. They're gonna scalp out at 25 points, right here. Let's see if they can get there. Let's see which way this goes. Are they gonna scalp 25 points, or are they going to have to scale in or lose? If they have to scale in, I'd rather come in at the scale in. You know what I mean? Like this is always tough for me because I don't think I'm willing enough to scale in like super far away. Because in my mind, if you have to scale in super far away, you've kind of already had the wrong analysis, in my opinion. That's not true. Some days it just requires really big stop losses. There it is. There's the scalp. They just bought the low. Absolutely incredible. They just bought the
5-minute trap.
Can we sell the high here is a question. Substance abuse, welcome, welcome. BJ says halfway through my eval. Congratulations. Right now, code BBM gets you with Apex. It gets you 1 second. Okay, I guess we're coming back to the top of the trading range. It's a big bull bar. Biggest bar we've seen since the first bar, in my opinion. Right now, the code gets you. I just gotta read it because like it's so confusing. It gets you evals. 25 to 100k evals are all 39.20. 150k to 300k are 59.20. That's with 80% off. You get a one-time fee of $65 from the 25 to 100k, and the 150k to 300k is 125 bucks, and the resets are $35. It's a very mid promo. Pandas, we are back to the top of this trading range with a massive bull bar here. Maybe the market has decided what it wants to do. Got really aggressive buying here. We hit the top of the trading range. I'm curious if we're going to scalp out after hitting it. If we come back down here, I can't seem to. Okay, can't seem to get it. What? Okay, here it is. If we come down to here, that means they scalped out, which is pretty incredible. With such a strong move up, they just say, "Oh, I don't care, we're selling this." And one issue with selling here is that we didn't actually get to the bottom of the trading range. We actually couldn't get to the bottom, showing strength of the bulls. And also, look how strong this bull bar is now. It's stronger than all the previous bars. Something's happening. The question is, can we close above some of these pivots here? That is the question. And this happens after we get our first close outside of a previous candle's range. We most likely will close above the previous candle's bar. So now we got two bars with closes outside of the previous candle's range. Potentially. I mean, this can come all the way back down. Sure, why not? And we almost scalped out there. I'm trying to see if they're going to scalp out for those who just sold the top of this trading range. Are they scalping out? Seems like they're going to try to scalp out. Jeez, they scalped out. Golly. Just selling that massive bull move. Alright, fair enough. He scalped out again. Maybe I'm too scared to lose money here. I don't know. I should be more willing to scalp here on the top and bottom of these trading ranges. The reason why I was scared to scalp here is because this was moving so aggressively. I felt like maybe a chance to break out. With the strong bull bar here, this could truly
5-minute trap.
People bought the close here. The moment this bar closed, they just bought it. So we can see some of the intention behind the bears. Or at the bulls. And the bears too, right? The bears are not strong enough to push us down. Right, most times bears, they want to swing. They want to sell from here. They'll sell here and get to the bottom trade range. They want to get there, but now those swing bears are not able to, get their swing in. If we close above this bar, I am not going short. I've learned my lesson. I paid the price for that. If I'm gonna go short, it will have to be after a strong bear bar, good signal bar of some sort. If we close above this, I feel like we may test the previous week's low. That's what we're gonna try to get to, and the 20 EMA just happens to be at the same time. I think we're gonna try to test this area if we get a strong bull bar here, right? Especially if we close above this pivot high here. If we close above this pivot high, I would say there's a high chance we're going to test this area. We just got 3 minutes on this candle. There's plenty of time to get above here and stay above. It might even happen on this candle that we may test this area. I think bulls are probably waiting for what I'm waiting for, right? Because look, imagine if you're a bear. Imagine if you're a bear and you're trying to sell. And you're like, oh, I'll just scale in. And the next thing you see is a strong bull bar again. That's like a pretty bad situation to be in as a bear. And they may capitulate when they see two strong bull bars. They say, all right, forget it. Like, we're going to cover our shorts, which means they have to buy back their shorts, which will cause the market to keep going up. So a strong bull bar here could be a nice push up to the top. Not to the top, but to those resistances, those key levels. I think my minimum requirement to buy here is a close above the previous candle's high. I think that's what I need at least if I were planning to buy here. I would like it if we can close above this line. That is best case scenario for me. A nice close above this line here. Then I feel like bulls have a strong chance to test this area. It could be beginning of a breakout, but even if it tests this area and bounces off, I mean that's a failed breakout still. Come back all the way back down. I may just look for this scalp here. BPCF says, Panda, have you ever had issues trade on Ninja being a ghost order and can't remove it from the trades taken? Messing up my trade performance stats from Ninja. Remove it from the trades taken. Messing. Not gonna lie, NinjaTrader has a lot of issues like that. I think. Think about the trade performance is purely local, based on local information. That means the information on your computer, like the actual things that happen on NinjaTrader. That's the only thing it takes account of. It does not take account of like your actual broker. I don't blame it. Doesn't do that, but it doesn't actually like, base it off like some performance like in the cloud. It's actually on your local machine. So if you have like trades on your local machine that that didn't necessarily happen on your broker, it's gonna count that. Yeah, it's a little strange, but that's how it is. It's to be honest. Even though I use it, I've always had my gripes with NinjaTrader. It's just an ultra heavy platform. Okay, we cannot close above here, but we got two strong bull bars. I would like a close above here. If we can get that, then I think I'm interested. I'm a participant in the bull move here. Strong bull bar, but does not close above this pivot high. Immediately gets sold for the bear. The bear saw that they couldn't get above here. They probably felt a little bit confident to jump in and just sell it. I'm gonna see if these people can make a scalp for those who just sold the close. Can they get a scalp here is a question. That's an interesting thing for me to know. Because hello. Because it shows me who's in control here. If they can make a scalp here and more, then probably the chances are we get back to the bottom of trading range, to be honest. If we get more than a scalp here. But if we get just a scalp and it bounces off, that means the only ones who are really selling here were the scalp bears, and this could go back up higher. I want to see what happens here. I'm curious. But if we close more than a scalp, then I'm thinking, the swing bears are here and they want to get to the bottom of here. They could not even make a scalp, the bears here. They're in trouble, especially if we close above this line. It's still viable. If we close above this line, things can happen. Things can happen. Hello. A lot can happen. We still have 3 minutes on this candle. A lot can happen. Now, those who sold at the previous pivot high, can they scalp out is a question. Okay. The 1 minute candles kind of show you a clearer picture of what's happening here. Spike in channel. All right. Little confusion, but the bears could not even make a scalp unless they're looking for only 20 points. I think it's still true. If I can close above this line with a pretty solid bull bar, I think I'm just going to buy. Thinking we're going to hit these resistances. But obviously, I'm trying to increase my probability, but also increasing my risk here. I don't think I want to wait till it gets down here and put my stop loss down here, but probably after 2 bear bars, I'll just get out. And the bear bars could be huge. I may have to actually hold it to down here, which is unfortunate, but on a day like today, it's just very, all types of confusing in my opinion. I think there's a way to like. The only problem is like you probably have to clear all your information in order to start getting more accurate information on the Ninja Trader, which sucks. I'm not sure if you can just get rid of one trade. All right, pandas, we're going in. Three strong bull bars in a row now, and we're close. More importantly, we close above this pivot high. This could wham and kill me, but you gotta trade what's most probable, and once you get some momentum like this, like I said, what's probably gonna kick me out of this trade? Two bear bars in a row, then I'm out. So those who sold this bar definitely just scalped out perfectly, 25 points. And the scalpers now are taking their profits, causing this to bounce back up. Let's see if it goes more than a scalp. Yeah. Some may count this as a wedge top, maybe. One, two, three. Mm-hmm. Okay, just confusing. Just hold. We're still closing above this pivot high, so I'm just gonna hold. Pretty much sideways bar. People may be taking the profits there. Not profits coming out break even there, saying they didn't like this bar. I think it's fine still. The fact that we're closing above this pivot high still. And even if it doesn't, I think we have a high chance to be able to get out, break even if we have to, with the scale in once. Little pop up. Let's see if it's enough. Most obvious magnet would be here. To me, because of the 20 EMA, yeah, let's just look for a scalp here if I can get it. I have a wide stop here, but I'm not gonna wait till we hit this stop. It's just an ultimate like protective measure. I'm gonna take it out if we get two bear bars in a row, or we just have a strong bear bar somewhere. Maybe let's get out. Should I squeeze a little more out of this one?
Target filled.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. We're up $100 today. That's $2,000. I'll take it. Do you watch the 1 minute at the same time? Yeah. On my chart, I have on my screen. I have 1 minute and the 15 minute. Right, the 15 minute looked like this. Like on my monitor, I always have these charts. I always have all the charts up so I can see them all at the same time. Strong bull bar ending near its high. The 1 minute created a spike in channel. And would you take a look at that? I mean, this could reverse. I didn't move it up to the previous week's low because I thought the 20 EMA could act as resistance. And resistance, it acts because look at that bounce. It does not actually hit the previous week's low. It actually bounces off the 20 EMA, which is a little bit lower than that. Golly. Absolute grind right now. It's an absolute grinder. Might as well be on grinder right now. Just joking. I don't even know where I was going with that. The charts might as well be on grinder. How about that? It's just that the charts might as well be on Grinder. These charts might as well be on Grinder. Golly. Pause. Pause. What's pause? What is it? Is it a meme or something? Is that the new lingo? I corrected myself. I corrected myself. It doesn't count. I corrected myself. It's fine. Two bull bars on the 15-minute chart now forming. Can I look at this all day and just keep trying to scalp? Little teeny scalps everywhere. Heading from the top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range. We have not broken a previous candle's low yet on the 5-minute chart, which is good for the bears. Rui says in the short currently. Where did you go short? If you took off the 20 mil, you already scalped out. Today for me, it's like a scalping day, just because the price action warrants it. This is your first signs of possible trend. Doesn't go very far though. The first resistance knocks it, reverses it. 68.90. I don't get it. 68.95. I don't get it. What instrument are you trading? I don't get it. Is it the EMINI? I don't think the EMINI is up to the 6K, is it? Oh, yes, it is, yes. Whoa, the weekly chart's on the 20 MA here. Gosh. All right. With the strong bear bar, I may just go short. I may go short on the strong bear bar. But we also missed this target by like a couple ticks. So I feel like maybe the market may want to come back to fill it to get there. It's less than 3 points. Well, if the E-mini is moving like the ES or the NQ, I think you're doing pretty good. Doing great. Here's a plan, pandas. Here is the plan. If we can make, on average, just $1,000 every 2 weeks, $500 a week. If we can make an average of that, $500 a week, we are in really, really good pace to make $1 million within a year. If we can make right now $500 a week in the next like 3 months, if we can keep up the pace, we'll be really good. We're gonna do really good. Oh, strong bear bar. I think I may do it. Breakout retest, top of the trading range. What would it take for me just to scalp out here? Top of a trading range, strong bear bar. People doing it. People doing it. People selling the close. People selling the close. People literally sold the close. Did not even make one tick of a wick. Didn't even make a one tick wick. Didn't even make a one tick wick. The moment this bar closes, sold right away. I was gonna be part of that party. I was gonna join that party. I was hesitant, thinking possibly two-legged pullback here. I was thinking potentially two-legged pullback here to go short. But I think bears got excited like me and they just sold the close. I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about it. They're about to scalp out immediately here. No problem. Top of the trading range. Scalped out. I missed a scalp. Missed a scalp. I think I was thinking too much. I was worried if it came back up, creating a two-leggy. If it created a two-leggy, then, you know. I would go short, but it's basically the first pullback of this bull move. They scalped out there. I was thinking about it. I thought about it. I had my order ready, but just didn't do it. Actions speak louder than words, yeah? I can think about it all I want, but if I don't do it, then what is the point? That means I was not confident enough. I was thinking too much. I was thinking this could potentially have a two-legged pullback. I was thinking I may have to hold this amount of risk here. You know, like a 60-point risk just to scale in a couple times, once or twice. It's tough. I'm happy with my hundo, right? That's $2,000. I'm happy with my hundo. I basically sniper, right? I got that sniper exit on this trade here. But 2 bear bars in a row, this can be significant here. Interesting. Because, oh, okay, never mind. Got a little more than a scalp. Okay, it's just enough for a scalp, really. Those who sold that close. Those who sold this bear bar and they got trapped in all this came out break even. Just came out break even right now. what often happens with spiking channels is that the channel ends up becoming a bull leg in the trading range, and when it gets this bear leg, it could just be the bottom of the trading range. Come back to the top of the trading range. You can start creating a trading range here. Another bear bar. Ending on no, it's low, but it's just another bear bar. That would probably be my exit. This low here would be my exit if I were long. If I were still long, I would get out here. If it broke this low, I would get out. Just take the hit. If I saw this two bear bars. If we break this low, I'm out. It's kind of too confusing for me. I think I'm just gonna set my pause here. I'm pretty happy with my profits. Up a hundo on a day like today. It's not too bad. It's not the worst. I could have made more, I guess, but could I? I don't know. What was like the trade I was most confident in today? Probably this trade to go short here. Made a scalp. This trade, I was like, ah. All right, we just broke this low. I feel like for me, I would be out of my trade, out of my longs if we broke this low. Maybe others will think the same. Essentially creating another always in short because look at we sold this close. We sold this close pretty much perfectly as well. There's a little wick. There's a one tick wick here. But for all intents and purposes, that's sell to close. Right, bulls who saw the two bear bars felt like we get out of our trade now. We'll take the hit, and it's causing the market to go down here. And we're top of a trading range as well. And like I said, most likely this is not the low of day. This most likely is not the low of day, especially on a day like today. It's most likely not the low of day, especially on a day like today where we got so much back and forth. I may go short here. We'll see. Only issue now is that this push down is just happening at a bad spot. We're still within this trading range. This can come all the way back up. I don't know. I think I want to look for a second to short here. I feel like a second to short would be best play. Hard to say. Rui, love listening in. Gonna end the day on the green after 2 day loss streak. Much love, man. Hey, sometimes that's all you need, that little momentum shift. I can't tell you how many times I've had like a couple like red days. I'm just like, this is it. It's over. and from there you just have the greatest like comeback of all time. Got a second edge short here now. Most likely we'll go short. If we get a good signal bar here, I most likely will go short here. Most likely. Kind of like I said though, right? This can be a trading range. Come back to the top. Um, it's just what happens when you have a spiking channel. Spiking channel, you got just probability of, like I said, this could be a bull leg in trading range. This could be a bear leg in trading range. That's exactly what's happening here. Just because it happens a lot, like I was not like willing to trade that. I just wanted to see if it happened. But now it feels like we are in a trading range. I want to go short. Somewhere near the top. Okay, I want to go short somewhere near here. But the bull bars are quite strong. I think 5 minute, second to short. That's my setup right now. That's all I'm waiting for. Okay. Such a strong move up. Could just be a bull leg in a trading range, but move up is so strong. It's hard to just sell right here. Plus, you got a key area that you're very close to, which is the previous week's low. We have not even tested it yet. We're that close, you feel like you will test it. Especially with a second attempt up to get to it. I think for me, I'm not going to go short unless we actually test this key area. Create an okay signal bar, and then I'll go short. That's my criteria to go short. Oh gosh, it's looking bearish. Oh gosh. I really wish we tested this key area. I wish we did, because then this would be a much easier short to take. Now it just feels like if I go short here and it actually does test this, it's just gonna feel like, why didn't I just wait for that? Like, it's okay if I miss a trade because I felt like that was gonna happen. Not like I feel like it's gonna happen. It's like you're so close to this key area, acts as a strong man. It's likely to happen. Oh, it's tough. Gosh. I'm gonna miss a second entry short because we didn't test this key area. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? If this triggers and pushes beneath this pivot, I'm done with my stream. If we come up here, then without reversing, If we break like two bull bars above this line, I'll also end my stream. So we're gonna stick around till this setup happens, right? Either we trigger the second to short and we break this low, and I'm gonna say, okay, I just missed the trade altogether, or we go 2 bars above this, 2 closes above this line. Then also we'll say that's the end, right? We're probably not gonna go back down, or we actually hit this area, test it, create a nice signal bar so I can go short, and hopefully make some bamboo. This is the 3 criteria, the 3 scenarios we're looking at right now, pandas. The 3 scenarios, okay? Which one will it be? Which scenario will it be? All right, which one will it be? We got 3 scenarios. Either we break this low, and we'll just call it a day, or we get 2 bull closes above this line, and then we'll call it a day, or we test this area, and then we reverse down, and we'll join in the short. Which one will it be, Panis? Which one do you think it's gonna be? You got 3 scenarios here. I hope it's the third one, because that's the one I'm gonna make bamboo. The other 2, I'm just gonna watch the world go by. That's it. Which scenario will it be? 1. This is scenario 1. This is scenario 1. Whoa, that's small. This is scenario 2. Can I edit this? Can I edit the text in here? Is the question. Yes. 2. Or 3. Well, not 31. Or 3, okay. Either we had 2 bull closes above this key area, and then we'll end it. Or 1, we break this low, we end it, we don't join in. We get 2 bull closes above this key area, we end it. Or we get a nice reversal after testing this, and then we enter and make some massive bamboo. Which one will it be, Pandas? Got 3 scenarios here. Only 1 scenario I'll make bamboo. The other 2 scenarios, I'll just miss the bamboo. It is what it is. Which one will it be? Which one will it be? Uh-huh, okay. It's an inside bar, that's sick. It actually created an inside bar here in this situation. It's a bullish bar though, so maybe slightly more bullish here. Not sure. All right, give me a test on the previous week's low. Bounce off of it. Solid signal bar, so I can go short. Give it to me. Come on. Come on. Give me a test. I don't want two strong bull bars above this line though. If that happens, then I'm done. It's not even above this. It's like two strong bull bars above the 20 MA. If we get two bull bars above the 20 MA, I'm done. We just tested the previous week's low. Now, can we come back down and give me a good signal bar to go short? Is the question. If it's like a super strong bull bar here, then most likely just... It's kaputs. It's kaputs. It's looking quite bullish. If it ends on a bull bar, this is pretty bullish. It looks pretty bullish, at least. Making higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Still have this Ooh. Looks like we're gonna get number 3. Looks like we're getting number 3, pandas. I'm going with 2. Because I'm not gonna scale in here, I'm gonna just take the hit. I'm not scaling in here, I'm taking the hit. Here we go. We are in. We're ready to rock and roll here. Here's my 1-to-1. My 1-to-2. If we reverse up, then I'm done. You know, that's it. I'm not going to scale in here. It's a double key area. It's like if it reverses up here, then my premise is wrong that we're going to come back into our trading range. We basically have a wedge top here. 1, 2, 3 pushes. 4 pushes up, actually. But if this decides to reverse back up, so be it. I'll take the hit. I like my risk reward here. You know what I mean, pandas? I like my risk reward a lot here. I think we're coming back to the bottom of trading range. I mean, should we just do something like this? I want to see it test this and see what happens. Oh. Come on. Come on. Oh. Too good to be true. Just a second entry short, really. I like my risk reward a lot here. I like my risk reward a lot here. The reason why I feel like I can get away with this is because I don't think we have convincing price action to say we're like a super strong bull trend. Couple bull bars in a row, but to me this feels more like this is still in a trading range. Especially with the double key areas, 20 EMA and the previous week's low. We're testing the area. I love my risk reward here. I really love my risk reward here. Should I look for this much risk reward? Is this the right play? I mean, top of the trading back to the bottom trading is the only thing I can think of right now. We have not yet tested the previous, the open of the day. On the 1 minute chart, we're simply trying to get back to the bottom of this trading range. I think it's fair if I put my target here. We're basically looking for lower lows and lower highs here now. We do have a lower high and a lower low. This is tough. This might trap me, and this may come all the way back up to fill the gaps above. It can. It could.
5 minute trap.
It might. This trap triggers, I mean, that changes the whole story. This trap triggers, that changes the whole story here. I think my risk reward makes sense here. I think what I'm doing makes sense here. We basically come out break even today if this trade fails, more or less. A little bit more. If the trap triggers, that could be the end of this trade. That could be the end of the trade. The trap triggers. If the trap triggers, then I'm like, I'm out. You know, if this high is taken, I'm out. Like, I have no idea how high it's really gonna go back up at that point. Okay, trap triggers. This can like blast off and take me out. If it does, if this trap fails, then that could be a very good. That's very good for us. But right now, this is very bad for me. The fact that this trap just triggered is very bad for me. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see it reverse once you enter a short. You don't want to see it reverse, especially because my stop loss is so relatively small compared to my reward. I think it's relatively small. You know, with the considering the price action, right? Relatively small. It's just one signal bar's length. It's not even a. It's not even a couple of swings. It's just one signal bar's length. Size. That's how big my stop loss is. If this reverses back down, this is very good for me. Like very good. This was very bad, but if this fails, then that's very good. Okay, this is bad. This is very good. Then this is very very bad, and this is very 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 good. If it comes back down. Every time it reverses, it adds another very. Like, in a sense, it's better if I have just waited for a bear bar to form here. And that's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll scale up here, but I'm already in two contracts. I don't feel a need to. I'm in a good position here. Let's make some bamboo here, pandas. Pandas, what do we have here? Give me a strong bear bar. Any near it's low. Give me follow through, please, one time. Our risk reward is very good here. With a strong bear bar, I'm just holding. Like when you have this strong of a move in a trading range, top of a trading range, you're thinking this is going to try to get to the bottom trading range. At least that's my final destination here. Strong bear bar, anything else low. immediately gets sold. Always in short, hopefully. Right, 2 bear bars now. We're clearly underneath the 20 EMA. I could take my risk off, I feel like. I'd feel comfortable taking my risk off here. Let's just see what happens now. I have 0 risk on this trade. We gotta let this go. We gotta let it run. I think to the bottom of the trading range is fair. Right? Bottom of the trading, from top of the trading back to the bottom of the trading is fair to me. At least for my first target. It's about halfway to the 1 to 2. It's basically a 1 to 1.5 right now. With this strong bear bar with follow through, for me, I just don't have much reason to take my profits now. I want to see follow through here. I want to see this. I want to see this form, this candle form. Pandas. Oh, pandas. I mean, if this comes all the way back up and takes me out, it is what it is. I'll take that hit. But, I'm going to trade. I'm going to let this candle cook. I want this candle to cook. I want to see what kind of candle it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I want the candle to cook. And if it reverses on me, so be it. I mean, we had 0 risk on this trade now. We lost a little threshold, though. We lost like $200 threshold. Unfortunately, we lost like $200 in threshold. It comes all the way back up. It is what it is. I'm taking my risk off here. I gotta let this candle cook though. The second candle. I want to see it to the end. I want to see it through to the end. And it's just a darn shame if it comes all the way back up and takes me out, because it is what it is. I gotta see the follow through on this super strong bear bar ending on its low. And if it doesn't give me more follow through than that, it is what it is. I gotta see it through. You know what I mean, pandas? I gotta see it through. If it takes me out, it takes me out. I guess I can hold original risk. I guess I can hold my original risk if I wanted to. At this point, I don't want to. I don't want to like. If that happens, if I have to hold original risk, then for me it's just not worth the trade, and I'm just gonna call it a day. Take my hundo and leave. Like, I'd rather just, come up break even here in this trade. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, super strong bear bar, anyone's low. Just, I guess, absolutely reversed. I mean, it's just the kind of day it is, and I don't know. It's unfortunate, right? It looked really good, like super strong bear bar, anyone's low. Look, it does take me up. Now, like, do I really want to stay in this trade? Do I really want to see what happens next? Not really. We made our 1-to-1. You can call that a successful trade. I wanted more than that. I wanted more than a 1-to-1 because I felt like this trade, I'm not sure if it was 50-50. I felt like the trade was probably, I mean, especially when it came back up like this, like I would say it's less than 50-50 when it came back up like that. And because of that, like I don't want to hold, I don't want to make a 1-to-1. I feel like in the long term, that's negative EV play. We had good bamboo in this trade too. I mean, we went all the way down to, yeah, I had about $200 of bamboo. But when it does this like disgusting price action, to me, ultimately that just tells me stay away from this. Not sure what's gonna happen anymore. It is what it is, and then we call it a day. All right, Penis. I tried to do the thing that made sense to me. Hold on a strong bear bar ending near its low, and thinking that we would get some follow through and get out if it reverses strongly, because who knows what's going to happen then. So I think I followed my plan pretty much perfectly here. Um, Unfortunately, it didn't lead to nice gains. It just led to a break even trade. But to me, if it reverses that strongly, I'm not gonna try to figure out what happens here. So, it's all good. So pandas. With that being said, though we didn't make that extra 200 here that we had in the bag, uh, it's all good because we don't trade just based off right, just based off that. We don't trade the based off that the fact that we just made 200. We trade based off the fact that this created a strong bear bar at the top of a trading range. And so we want to get to the bottom of the trading range. We want more than a 1-to-1 risk reward. We got a 1.5 on this. I was looking for a 1 to 2, more or less. And it is what it is. Look at this, is reversing back. So, like, do I really want to trade something like this? Not really. It is what it is. Pandas! Thanks for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. We're up a hundo. That's fine by me. I'm happy with that. Um, I think in the long term, holding trades like this and seeing the next candle through, right, is the long term play. Is the correct way to trade this. And coming out break even here, that's just it's just what you have to do sometimes. Today it's been choppy. It's not like particularly really strong trend. So I thought we would come back down to the bottom trading range of some sort. But maybe eventually we'll get there. Right now, this price action is telling me stay away, and it is what it is. So tomorrow, I'll see you guys bright and early, and yeah, we're gonna continue to grind, pandas. We're not gonna be on grinder, but we're gonna continue to grind. You know what I mean? And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed, and always have a drink of us. Bye.